What do you like about the new technology of the HSTs?
It has given us an opportunity to work with the young men on their hand speed, and also it helps them, we think, in all of their fielding and hitting drills. From what we've seen, Dave, for the time we've used it for 2 years, and we've used it a lot more this year in defensive drills, it's just helping us a whole lot with hand speed, and it's not bulky. I mean, the kids, it gets a little hot sometimes, especially when we're out here on this turf, but they bought into it, and we like what it's doing for our program.
How do you see the HSTs affecting baseball training?
As far as I know, from being in it as long as I have, it's one of the best tools I've seen come along in a long time. It's not bulky, it's not encumbersome. The kids can do their normal workouts, and obviously you've been out here and watched us do when we do our agility drills and we do our fielding drills and our hitting drills, and they don't complain about it. And a lot of things that you get I think are oversold because they're going to be an instant fix, and this obviously is a 8-week training, and in the long run, what we use it for, we feel like helps us out.
How are you using the HSTs in your practice?
In our practice on Mondays and Tuesdays are quite a bit drill period. We don't do a whole lot of on the game field training, so we'll use it for a period in our infield and outfield, what we call agility period, which is just hand quickness, feet quickness, and then we'll use it in our individual fielding drills, catchers, infielders, outfielders, and then we do more drill work inside, bunting on the turf, tee work, and short toss in the cage, and we wear it all through that. And then on Wednesdays and Thursdays we kind of cut back a little bit, and then on Fridays we don't use it, but we're using it 2-3 times a week right now.
Would you consider the HST's new baseball training technology?
For me it is. I've seen a lot of things come through. Obviously the way they've upgraded the Tanner tees, the way they've progressed with aluminum bats now, and then obviously the Fungo Man, which we have one of those, thank goodness, and how much we use that. But as far as something that, like I said a while ago, it's not encumbering, it's not bulky, it doesn't hinder the kids' workout. They're still being able to be an athlete, and obviously in any sport, especially baseball, you still got to be an athlete.
Do you see the HSTs as an in-season tool?
We have not tried that yet. We did last year a couple of times when we lost some games to weather. We went back to that because we felt like, especially on our hitting, we had regressed instead of progressed. But we have not got into that. We have put a plan in place that we're going to try to use that. Depending on how our schedule is, we don't use it on game days.
How do you use the weight system with the HSTs?
Obviously, we started out with the 4 ounces and go pretty much by the way it's the program states. So we're still in this. Let's see, we're in the second week of our off-season training, or what we call fall training, and we're in the second week of the 4 ounce. Next week we'll progress to the next one, and I don't have that right in front of me, but right. We pretty much stay with what's been prescribed for us, and obviously our practices get a little bit tougher as we go along, and obviously with a little bit more weight, the hand speed trainers get a little bit tougher.
Have you seen any effects on mechanics while using the HSTs?
The only thing we haven't used it with is a full throwing program. We do use it on middle infielders drills just with pops and flips. We haven't seen that affect them any at all. When we do our infield drills on the turf, we have a drill we call right-left 21 drill where they have to hit a cutoff man, so they're throwing the ball maybe 20 or 30 feet. We have seen no ill effects, or we haven't seen any progression yet because we hadn't had a chance to gauge that. But we really don't use it a whole lot at this time in our throwing program that we do every day for 15 minutes before we start practice.
What kind of improved performance have you seen with your players from using the HSTs?
We think we've seen a lot of bat speed, and on the infielders, I've seen a lot because we use them a lot in first step drills. Infielders got to learn, just like outfielders, to run with their glove. And when you've got that other 8 ounces on there, you got to pump your arms a little bit harder. What we feel like it's going to help us with is first step quickness, forehand or backhand, which in infield is a great, you really got to have. Outfield the same way. Haven't been able to progress it yet with the catchers, but I know Coach Farrell, who handles our pitching staff and handles the catchers in the off season, he's using it too on blocking drills and that fact. But obviously it's got to help them get their hands in the chute and where it's got to be a lot quicker. And like I said, we're still a work in progress with that day, but I'm hoping by February when we start scrimmaging, we'll see a lot of progress with it.